This is A-Game, fast-acting, long-lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what I'm talking about today, I got a little thing to do, and I usually don't show so many videos, but I'm gonna show you probably about 4 or 5 videos, about 4 back to back, and they're only seconds long, so it's gonna be quick. And what we're really talking about today is Black women coming to social media to use it as therapy rather than going to actual therapy to deal with their own stuff that they have to deal with. And I don't know since when Twitter and TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram became substitutes for actual counseling and therapy that you need to go through your stuff and really try to get yourself together. I don't know when that took place, but Black women in droves are using social media as therapy sessions, and we're actually going to get into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show each video back to back. I'm not going to talk in between. They're only like 5 seconds and 8 seconds and all that type of stuff. So we're not even going to be here a minute. And I'm not going to speak. I'm just going to run them back to back. Okay. So let me go ahead and start sharing. And it's important to read the captions, by the way. Okay. That's super important. Okay. Here we go.
Jersey. Oh my God, Leah, what the fuck? Jersey. Oh my God, Leah, what the fuck?
Why would I listen to you? It's about to make me mad right here. Why would I listen to you? It's about to make me mad right here.
You tricked me. Tricked you? No, I saved you. You tricked me. Tricked you? No, I saved you.
All right.
For those of you unable to read this caption, it says deciding to be single forever because most men are a danger to my mental health and safety. What's the point of being a wife if it ends up being a 1 to 10 year contract to be cheated on and treated like you're less than human? For those of you who couldn't, because I know it might be small. So let me stop sharing. Let me stop sharing with you for a while. Hopefully that got through. What am I doing? Why am I showing you this? Obviously, this young lady, just using her as an example, some of her videos have a million views or more. Okay. Just using this young lady as an example. Now, if you go through her TikTok, what you see is, and what you understand, and what I tried to demonstrate in a few of these short clips that she posted, was that was adopted by a white woman who was a cop, who was married to a black man who was apparently touching her, okay, when she was little. But everything you see on her page is misandry specifically directed at black men. She ain't got no smoke for white people, though. She don't got no smoke for white women. She don't got no smoke for that. Everything on her page is about misandry. She's divesting, but was she ever in the black community to divest from it? And then in the one clip I showed you, talking about she, you know what I'm saying, was with a white guy and he calls her the N-word during sex. Now, everybody in the comments was like, oh man, you know what I'm saying, it couldn't have been me, blah, blah, blah. But she didn't say nothing about, she didn't like it. She just said, that's what happened. Okay. Now, her whole entire page is all of this negativity directed at black men, directed at so-called pick-me's, not so much smoke for white men, no smoke for white women. Right? Because we have one clip, if you recall, that I just showed about something her mother said about how, you know what I'm saying, baby deletions was for black women that couldn't afford babies, basically. And I couldn't show them all, but there were a lot of other TikToks on her page where she's discussing this trauma that she's been through due to her adoption and who adopted her and the things that they put her through as a child. Now, this woman says in one of her videos that she's 38, so she's almost 40 years old, and she's on TikTok displaying this negativity habit. So what that tells us is a few things, because she's not alone, okay, in what she's doing. What that tells us is a few things. The first thing that tells us is that she has not actually gone to therapy. And if she did, it was completely ineffective, and she needs to find another therapist that will actually help her and assist her with going through her mental issues, her past trauma, the abuse that she says she went through as a child. She's gonna need to go and actually take care of that, because at 38, you're X amount of years removed from the trauma. So it is now up to you to see to the healing of that trauma. Social media is not a substitute for dealing with your trauma, because all that it does is give you a place to spew the negativity that comes from not having worked on the trauma. That's all that it does. Use it as a vehicle to push out all of them demons and to have those demons be spread to others, because demons is contagious. Okay? That negativity is contagious. And the negativity that springs from trauma that you have not dealt with is some of the worst demons that you could pass to somebody. I know, because I've done it. I've had trauma in my life and a time period where I did not properly work on that. And up until the point where I did work on it, up until that point, before I worked on that point, before I got to that point, I was spewing negativity out at everybody around me, because I had not worked on it. all I could do was keep going over and keep reliving in my head and in my heart about the trauma that I had gone through and what it had done to me and how I felt about it and all of this other kind of stuff. That's how you know you're not healed, because you be compelled to talk about it over and over and over again, going into the minutia and the detail. That's for a therapist. That's a therapy session. That's several of them. Depending on the depth of the trauma, you might need therapy for years. And it ain't no shame in that. But it's not a good thing to come to social media platforms and spew that out. If you go back to my old videos and things of that nature, like my real old stuff, not stuff that's just a month or two old, I'm talking about a couple of years, like my oldest stuff, you'll hear me talk about my trauma. That's because I went over it. And talking about it, you spread the negativity of it because you're not necessarily in the process of healing it. So you just talking about it. So you just reliving it. Here's the other thing. Aside from it telling us that she has not worked on any of these things, the other thing that it actually tells us, and it's something that I want to say about the spreading of the narratives and the negativity, the narrative about being single, I'm going to touch on that. Because there's a lot of women out here, a lot of Black women out here that demonize marriage and that demonize relationships with men. And it's this real bitter, that's a bitter demon. That's a bitter, lonely, miserable, evil demon right there. What that lets us know is what kind of woman this is. The women who always get on TikToks and whatever to talk about how marriage is a scam and relationships is a scam and blah, 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 and we're not going to do that or whatever. This is a gaslight. This is the you can't fire me because I quit type of mentality. They don't like it that the men are the ones who have checked out and who have divested away from them and have left them. So instead of dealing with the consequences of that or dealing with the reasons behind that, the reasons behind why Black men in particular are checking out of dealing with Black women, it's more comfortable to spin the narrative that they wasn't no good anyway and you can't fire me because I quit. I want to be single. You know, I want to be single. I don't want to be with you no way. You know, you wasn't no good no way. You dusty anyway. You stupid anyway. You broke anyway. You ain't no good anyway. You colorist anyway. You don't like Black women anyway. You misogynist anyway. And blah, 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 blah. You weak anyway. You don't build. You don't do this. You know, it's that type of energy that's given to it. That's a gaslight. And it is yet another lie that Black women are starting to tell themselves to get away from the accountability that the collective of Black women are needing to face. Got all these fingers pointing, they worse than that Spider-Man picture. You knew, no, never points it to me. This woman got a ton of trauma she ain't dealt with. Yes, she on TikTok spreading misandry and bitterness, just throwing that up online without, and instead of dealing with her issues, instead of sitting on a therapist's couch somewhere, looking up at the ceiling and reliving it to the therapist so that the therapist can actually give her the tools that she needs to move on with her life in a healthy, positive way. And not get online and use it as a therapy session because you either too broken, or too comfortable in your misery and in your demon time to do anything about it. Comfortable in your demon time. That's what it is. Comfortable in your demon time. Don't miss today's show, because we're going to talk about being comfortable in your demon time. We going in. So please be present at today's live stream. Before we cut out, I want to bring to everybody's attention the petition that we have against Black Lives Matter as an organization. And the reason why we have that petition is so that we as a community can hold them accountable for the theft and the lies that they have told the Black community and the money that they have stolen from the Black community that they did not give back. So the link to that petition is going to be in the description box. So please go ahead and sign it, share it, and contribute to it if you can. Also, sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.